Ma'am, actually you mentioned that the class is at 6 o'clock.
I know that, Advika. Are you not aware that I always log in 30 minutes prior so the students can join?
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Ma'am, I can't send the homework till 31st because I'm in my grandparents' place and my mom is at home. So that's why.
Okay, okay. Fine. But you have written it, right?
Yes, ma'am, I did the homework.
Okay, once you get home, send everything to me, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. There are a few more students to join. We'll start class in 2 minutes, okay? Good evening, all of y'all.
Good evening, ma'am.
I hope all of you are done with your homework. Just check that, and once we're done with that, we'll start discussing the answers for your test. The results are not that appealing. I don't know why many of y'all who I thought would score better would score like more than before. Ashwath and all, what happened? You were studying well only, no? Last test also you went low. This test also you went low. You're not studying nowadays. So you'll also be having to follow special homework, okay, from this week. Only if you improve next week test, I'll be removing that special homework for you.
Okay.
I hope you all checked the group. So Mohanish is not here. Advika hasn't joined yet. Soumya hasn't joined yet. Yeah, you all should be like doing the. Just 1 minute. I'll just put up a reminder message in the group. Hello. Advika is there? Yeah, please ask her to join immediately. Snail, the shell of a snail is a single unit and is not. Advika, homework. Did you send me a homework?
Yeah, no, ma'am. I'll send you now.
Send me quickly. Send it to me quickly, Advika. Aishwarya.
Ma'am, I didn't do the homework.
Why you didn't do?
Ma'am, actually I forgot. After the class, I'll do it and send you.
Sure. Deepika. Deepika, did you send me your homework? Hello?
No.
Yeah, have you done your homework, Advika? Sorry, Deepika.
I'll
You were what?
send it right now.
Yeah, send it to me now. You didn't do your last week homework also, no? I asked you to do this along with it, so send me that also.
Ma'am, okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Mm. Okay. So only Advika hasn't done your homework. Okay, all right. Now let's go back to the test. Okay, I don't know why a lot of people's performance has gone very low. Because only Mohanish and Soumya was lagging, but now we have Advika and Ashwath. Advika improved last test, but this test again she went low. Why? What happened, Advika? Also, Adrit and all are is capable. Adrit, Aishwarya, both are capable of scoring above 12. You can score full mark. You can score at least 14. 10 is not a good grade for how you guys study. Why, Aishwarya? You could have scored full mark, no? Okay, so I'll call out your names. Okay, you're supposed to answer. So the order will be Adrit, Advika, Aishwarya, Ashwath, Deepika, Tarakeshwaran, and Sritej. Okay. I'm repeating the order: Adrit, Advika, Aishwarya, Ashwath, Deepika, Tarakeshwaran, and Sritej. First question. Hollow bones are adaptive features of which animal?
Ma'am,
Birds. Okay. So many people wrote different animals. I don't know why that is. Second question. Which of the following shows the slowest movement? Earthworm, cockroach, snail, or ant? Advika. Advika, my audible. Answer the question.
ma'am, actually, actually, I don't know that which is the slowest, the earthworm or the snail, but I wrote it as earthworm, but it is snail.
Yeah, it is snail. Okay, snail only is slowest. This is knowledge, general knowledge questions. Okay. Okay, next question. What are produced in the bone marrow? Hormones, red blood, platelets, or all of these?
Red blood cells.
Red blood cells. Very good. A lot of people have written hormones. I don't know why. Okay, anyways, next person, next question. Which of the following part of the body helps in the movement? The organ and the skin, the muscle and the skin, the muscle and the bone, organ and the back.
Ma'am, can you repeat the question?
Which of the following part of the body helps in movement? Option A, organ and skin. Option B, muscle and skin. Option C, muscle and bone. Option D, organ and back.
Option C.
Muscle and bone. Very good. So you all should be very much aware right now that the bone is attached to the muscle, which helps in the movement. And furthermore, there are joints around which helps in further movement. This is a basic question for this chapter. Okay, next question, next person.
Yes,
Snail,
ma'am.
snail moves with the help of muscular foot, full body, shell, or bone.
Muscular foot.
Muscular foot. Very good. Next person. Which gait of animal does not have a bone? Tarakeshwar, it's your turn, right? Tarakeshwaran, please answer the question. You're not audible, Tarakeshwaran. Your voice is very low.
Can you repeat it?
Which gait of animal does not have a bone?
Earthworm.
Earthworm, very good. Next person. How many pairs of wings do cockroaches have?
2.
2, very good. 1 minute, guys. Hello. Enna courier? ஒரே நிமிஷம். Bro, did you order anything? Sorry, guys. Okay, whoever should answer after Sritej. Okay. Cartilages have blood vessels. True or false?
Is it false? Ma'am,
False. Okay, very good.
ma'am, I
Y'all.
have a doubt.
Yes, Advika.
Ma'am, in the previous question, the question was asking how many pairs, like not the how many wings. So for that I answered 1.
How can it be one, Advika? There are actually 2 pairs of wings. 2 pairs means 4 wings are there, not just 2 wings. Every cockroach has 4 wings. You know a butterfly, right? You have 4 parts of wings, right? 2 on top, 2 on bottom. So it's called 2 pairs. Okay.
Okay,
So
ma'am.
what is the correct answer? 2 is only the correct answer. And many of you all thought I'm asking about legs and y'all wrote 6 and all. 6. Some people wrote 3 pairs. So please read the question. Y'all are losing marks simply because of this. From next time onwards, how the format will be is, are you guys aware about NEET and JEE examinations? Do you guys know what NEET examination is?
Ma'am, you said that no question should be left.
Yeah, I said no question should be left, but do you guys know what NEET examination is?
Yes, ma'am.
What is it?
Ma'am, NEET examination is basically the exam which you give for medical, right?
For medical, very good. So this is one of the, it's a competitive exam. So if you're supposed to write, if you want to become an engineer, you should write JEE examination. So if you want to become a doctor, you should write NEET examination. Okay. So how the marking scheme is that in that you leave any question, no mark will be deducted. But if you don't, if you write a question that is wrong, you will be getting -1. If you write a question correct, you will be getting 4 marks. Okay, this is going to be a marking scheme from next test onwards. Okay, because many of y'all, anyways, in the future, you will have to write any of these competitive exams because I'm pretty sure most of the families will be focusing on medical or engineering. But for that, these are the basic rules you'll need to follow. So always remember that from the next week, Sunday test onwards, you'll be having this scheme. Okay, I'm repeating the format again. You might have 10 questions, 15 questions, but each question carries 4 marks, no matter what it is. Fill in the blanks or match the following or choose the correct answer, doesn't matter. Each question has 4 marks. You write it wrong, you're getting -1. Okay, got it? Okay, fine. Okay. Fine. Next question. How many muscles are there in the human body?
600.
600, right? Okay. Next question. Different movement in animals is due to their different skeletal structures. This is called as
Gaits of animals.
gaits of animals. A lot of people got this wrong. I don't know why. This is a basic definition. I even remember stressing on this definition. A lot of people got it wrong. So always, guys, another tip I'm giving you when I'm teaching y'all, if I'm stressing on anything, I'm repeating that so many times that remember that I'll definitely ask that for test. Okay, this is one of the tips. So please keep in mind, keep your concentration level high when I'm teaching y'all. Next question. Skeleton provides shape to your body. True or false?
True.
True. Very good. Next question. In a newborn baby, how many bones are there?
Ma'am, ma'am, 302.
302. A lot of people got 333, 300. I don't know why people got confused. I've written it very. I even stressed upon this. I even kept asking y'all to find out how many bones are there. So see, so if I'm stressing upon something, I'll definitely ask that. Okay. Anyways, next person. How many carpals are present in one hand? Tarakeshwaran.
20.
In one hand. How is it 20? Okay, you weren't there when I taught you this, so it's fine. It's actually 8, okay? It's 8 carpals. All right. Next question. The joint present in your ankle and your wrist are called what?
Ma'am, can you repeat?
What joint is present in your ankle and your wrist? Yes, Sridhar.
Ma'am, gliding joint.
Gliding joint. Very good. Last question. The joint that connects the head to the neck.
Pivot joint.
Pivot joint. This is a question, repeated question. I already gave you all this question in last test. Okay. So a very big congratulations to Deepika, who scored like the highest in class, which is 14 on 15. Very good, Deepika. Okay, because Deepika and Sritej are students who I told last class that I want you all to score full mark. Okay, so even Sritej could have got better. So try scoring full marks next time, Sritej. Okay. All right, very good, Deepika. So you lost mark in hollow bones or adaptive features of which animal, Deepika?
Ma'am, it was birds. I wrote pigeon.
You wrote pigeon. Why?
Ma'am, in front of me was my sister who was giving me signs of pigeon. So I wrote pigeon.
Oh, so you're answering with signs of your sister then.
Yeah, she hides and gives me signs.
What sense does it make when you're writing all the questions there?
No, ma'am, not all the question. I was stuck in this question, and then she started moving her hands like this. So I thought it's pigeon.
Okay, fine. So it's bird. So you lost mark because of that. Otherwise, you've got right for everything else. Okay. And Shritesh, you have scored 12. Am I right? Just go through your marks. You have scored 13. Okay, very good, Shritesh. Congrats. You've got you just lost 2 marks. So the mistake that you did is what are produced inside the bone marrow?
Platelets.
You wrote all of these. It's red blood cells. Okay, only red blood cells are produced inside the blood vessels.
Ma'am, I think I was absent. I don't remember that question.
Probably. Okay, so you lost mark at that, and also uh, different movement. Oh no, I've given you mark for this. Other than that, just give me 1 minute. I have a small correction in yours. I think I'll just check 1 minute. Different movement in animals is due to different circumstances. Okay, so you have actually written just gates. So that's why I've given you wrong. Gates of animals we correct. Okay, Shritesh. So these are the 2 mistakes that you did.
Ma'am, can you repeat?
You wrote just gate, but the answer is gates of animals.
Okay, ma'am.
Alright, because gates alone has another different meaning. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Uh, next third place is Adrit. Very good, Adrit. You have improved from your test. So the mistake that you did was again you also wrote the same mistake that Shritesh did. You wrote all of these for what is produced inside bone marrow. You know that it's red blood cells. Yes. And also which gauge of animal does not have a bone? Oh, I've given you a mark for that. What are the mistakes that you did? Yeah, for a newborn baby, you wrote there are 300 bones. So that is a mistake.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. And for gates of animals, you left it blank.
And actual time is over.
So you lost 3 marks because of this. Okay, Adrit. Okay, then comes Aishwarya. You have more potential, Aishwarya. I'm expecting
Yeah.
more from you. So the mistake that you did was you are the one. How many pairs of wings do cockroaches have?
Around I tried to read it like total.
Sorry?
I thought that I should have answered total. So I answered total.
Even if it's total, it should be 4 only. You've written 6. So it's
Yeah, I wings and legs.
So that mistake you did. Also, how many muscles are there in the human body? You wrote 639, which is wrong. It is 600. And how many carpals are there in one hand?
3 months.
3. But its answer is 8. It's not 3. Okay. I'll share my screen. I don't know, because I took a bit long time to explain this portion, the carpels part, but I don't know why still a lot of people made a mistake. See it. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Got it? There are 8 carpels
Yeah.
present in your hand. Okay, in one hand. So totally in both the hands you have 16. Okay. Next, what mistake you did is joint that connects your head and neck. This is also another thing that I repeated. This is something you shouldn't make a mistake at all. You wrote ball and socket joint. How can it be ball and socket joint? Can you move your head 360 degrees?
No, ma'am.
Possible, right? So that's wrong. Okay. Next, so these are the mistakes that you did. So make sure you don't repeat this next time. Then we have Advika. Advika, you again went down. So try to boost yourself up again. The mistake that you did is the slowest animal. You wrote earthworm, which is wrong. Also, you've written the same mistake that everybody has done. All of these are there inside the bone marrow, but the answer is red blood cells. And the snail moves with the help of muscular foot. You wrote full body, which is wrong. How many pairs of wings? You've written 1, which is wrong. Cartilages have blood vessels. True or false, Advika?
True.
Again, you're saying the same mistake. You should correct your mistake. You should learn from your mistakes. Again, you're saying the same wrong answer. It's false. Cartilages don't have anything inside them. It's just a flexible piece of tissue. That's it.
Ma'am,
Okay. Yeah, what?
ma'am, for the first question, I was thinking about it, and after that, I went to the cartilage question, sorry, carpal question. How many carpals are there? So, it took it my answer as birds 8.
That's okay. I've given you marks for that. That doesn't matter. I gave you mark. That I know it's a typing mistake. I understand that. I'm talking about another question right now over here. I'm talking about cartilage over here. Okay. Fix that in your mind that cartilages is just a tissue. There's nothing inside it. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. And another mistake that he did is gates of animal, you've written different skeletal structures, which is wrong. And yeah, these are the mistakes that you did. After Advika, we have Tarakeshwaran. So with Tarakeshwaran, I really appreciate you for scoring this. I thought you will actually score more or less because you weren't there for half the class. You were a new student and you were there only for my last 2 classes. So very good on your scoring. Okay, Tarakeshwaran. Very good. So literally he went through all the lectures and he studied, and despite of that, he was able to score this much, guys. So this is what I'm expecting from you all. If you're missing some class, please go through the lecture. He kept following me up. He kept asking me, ma'am, from which date you started it and all. He texted me and I told him it's from this date. He went through it. So please show interest. You'll definitely score. Okay. Very good, Tarakeshwar. So I think you must have known your mistakes for now, but it's understandable that you didn't score because you weren't there. Okay. Then we have Saumya. Saumya is not here. Next we have Ashwat. Ashwat also very low. You're getting nowadays. I don't know why. So the mistakes that you did is the snail moves with the help of muscular foot. You wrote full body. Cartilages have blood vessels. Are written true, but it's false. How many muscles are there in the human body, Ashwat?
Ma'am, 600.
600. What did you write? I wrote 72, which is wrong. It's the different movements in animals. For gates of animals, you left it blank. And how many carpals are there in one hand?
8.
8. But you written 14, which is wrong. For the rest, for the other typing mistakes, now I've given all of your marks. Okay, so these are the mistakes all of you all have done. All right, so please check through that. Yeah, any doubts so far from the test? Any doubts guys have? Can we go to the new lesson?
Yes, ma'am.
Next chapter will be just a minute. I'll just take a new page. One minute, guys. So we'll be having an introduction for the new lesson.
Ma'am, it's about the plants.
No, it's about plants, animals, and everything that you see living around you. So the name of the lesson is the living organisms and their surroundings. One minute. Guys, if anybody types anything on chat box and you guys get to see, just let me know, okay? All right. So what do you guys think you will be learning about in this chapter?
Ma'am, about all the creatures that live on Earth.
Basically, all the organisms and creations that lives around us. So you all know that we all are surrounded by all these plants, trees, animals, birds, and microbes, and there are these other living and non-living things that is there around us. Okay, so you know that we are easily able to group and differentiate between what living things are and what non-living things are. So all these living, what do you call them? You call them as living what? Living dash. What is it?
Organisms.
Organisms, exactly. So what are these organisms is what we'll be having a small intro on. Okay, so you know that an organism is nothing but it's simply defined as living thing. Okay, this organism can be either microscopic, can be a microscopic bacteria or something, can be microscopic, or can be large as elephants. So range, look at the range, okay? It varies from tiniest to the largest, okay, and everything in between, okay? So you all know that there are different types of plants and animals that is found in different areas. Like deserts have camel and cactuses, and beaches have coconut trees and crabs, and in fishes and other marine animals are all found in the sea. So you know that different organisms are found in different places. So what are these different places known as? How do you know in this place this animal is? So what is this place called as? This place is called as, it's the animal's
Habitat.
habitat. Exactly. So it is the animal's habitat. So basically where an animal lives is the habitat of that animal. Okay, so we're going to see how we are able to differentiate what a living organism is and what a non-living organism is. So what are the basic things that you would say for an organism to be living? Tell me.
And they breathe.
They breathe.
They move.
Ma'am, what was the question?
What are the characteristics of a living organism?
Ma'am, so they need water?
No. Like, how do you know an organism is living or not?
They eat.
Okay. What else? Now you're seeing an animal. You're not seeing it eat or do anything. Just seeing an animal. How will you know that the animal is living? It breathes, it moves.
Ma'am, it shouts.
Okay, it makes noises. Okay. So makes noise. So basically it has energy. Right. Okay. Okay. So these are like the few basic things. You know that they're basically animals. What else? They can reproduce, right? Living things reproduce. They respond. And every living organism is made up of cells, right? And they grow. This is a basic thing. They grow and develop. Okay, so these are the basic things that you need to know if an organism is living or not. Okay, so you know that plants are living, but they do not appear, they don't move, right? So how will you tell they are living then? Movement is not there in some plants. Obviously,
Ma'am,
plants.
Ma'am, ma'am, in case the air is coming, there's no.
Okay, what if there's no air? On the other hand, for example, a car or a bus, it can move, right? So do we say they are living organisms? We can't. So there's a certain level of characteristics. So you cannot just say just because it moves, it is living. It's supposed to fulfill the remaining categories also to consider itself as a living organism. Okay, that is why we are not like limiting it to just one characteristic. That's why we have so many other characteristics. All right. So even grow and develop. For example, you're building a sand castle. So it keeps on building, it keeps on growing. That doesn't mean it's a living, right? So movement and grow and develop are like exceptions. Okay, they are exceptions with which you cannot just consider an organism living just with these two characteristics. Okay, so now let's look at some of the important important characteristics of the living organisms like in detail. Okay, so this energy that the animals or living organisms obtain, from what are they getting this energy from? From what is energy obtained?
Food.
From food. Very good. From food, what are we getting?
Ma'am, energy.
No. What else do you get? Nutrition.
Nutrients.
Exactly. Nutrition. Right. So the process by which, this is another this is a definition we already saw in the first chapter. Okay, so what is nutrition? Any of y'all remember?
Ma'am, 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 nutrients are of 7 types.
No.
Carbohydrates.
I'm asking about definition of nutrition. What is nutrition?
Ma'am, nutrients are the substances which gives us different types of energy.
Anybody else? Definition? Tell me. Don't
Can I?
think about the word. Tell me.
And the substances that are produced in our food are called nutrients.
Yeah, nutrients. I'm asking about nutrition. I want definition for nutrition, not nutrients.
From nutrients we get some energy.
It's the process by which animals they obtain food and they utilize it for energy or utilize it for activities. This is only nutrition. And this obtaining from food only is nutrients. Nutrients provide nutrition. Okay, so definition of nutrition, don't forget when I'm asking this, don't write nutrients. I want nutrition as your answer, okay? So if you write nutrients, I won't give you mark. So process by which animals obtain food and utilize it for all activities is called nutrition. Am I clear? So y'all should know that every organism requires nutrition for energy, because without energy, we cannot survive. This is like an essential. It's one of the most important characteristics of living organisms. So your first characteristic that I'm highlighting here, it is nutrition. Okay. The second most important characteristic, we have growth. Obviously, you can't just be a baby, you can't just be an infant and keep crawling. You need to grow, right? Only then you can be considered as a living organism. Okay, only dead organisms, they don't grow. So growth, all living organisms, they grow, and they grow in different ways. Some people might grow a little bit slower, some people grow very fast, right? So their body cells. So how does this growth happen? What happens is, you know that there's a single cell in your body. This cell divides into two. And further, these cells divide. And further, these cells divide. So this keeps on happening. This is called multiplication of cells. Multiplication of cells results in growth. The body cells, they divide and grow, and thus overall growth is attained. All right, this is the second most important characteristics of living organisms. Third, we have respiration. Obviously, if you don't breathe, there's no point with anything, because for this also we need oxygen. For digesting this also we need oxygen. Without this, we are nothing. So respiration is the next most important one. So you all know that respiration is necessary for almost all living organisms. So it is through respiration that the body will obtain the energy from the food. So respiration is not only for breathing, but also for obtaining the energy. So some animals may have different mechanism for exchange of gases. So some animals breathe through their mouth, some animals breathe through their nose. Okay. So some animals breathe through their skin. Which animal breathes through its skin?
Earthworm.
Earthworm.
Yeah, very good. So aspiration, the mode is different, but all the gases that they inhale is the same. Okay, so it is through respiration. Some organisms, they have different mechanisms. So in humans, we respire oxygen, that is with the help of our nose, and we breathe out. What air do we breathe out?
Carbon dioxide.
Carbon dioxide, right? So respiration is required for growth, for breathing. Breathing only is respiration. For energy. So for all these bases, we need respiration. All right. So next we have response to stimuli. What is the meaning of response to stimuli? What is the meaning of response to stimuli?
I don't know.
Anybody else? Nobody knows. What is the meaning of response?
Ma'am, giving answer to something.
Basically, you're providing answer to something, or you're responding to something. What is the stimuli? Anybody?
Ma'am, don't know.
Anybody?
Ma'am, so it's a reflex action.
Basically, exactly. It's like a reflex action, but reflex is something which it's not voluntary, right? It's involuntary, it's not controllable. But response to stimuli is voluntary, it's controllable. If I am hitting you, means you should run. If you're touching fire, means you should not touch the fire because it will burn your hand. You should remove your hand. So these are the responses to the stimuli. So touching fire, the heat that you get from the fire is the stimuli, and your removing of your hand is the response. Teacher hitting you and it's paining is the stimuli. You're rubbing that place because it's paining is the response. You're hungry is the stimuli. You're eating food is the response. Stimuli is anything that you get affected because of the environment. Got it? Now you all know what stimuli is?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, it is also the response through a brain nerve called as brain VIA nerve.
VIA nerve. What nerve did you say?
Brain VIA nerve.
Who is answering this?
Ma'am, Advika.
There's nothing called brain VIA nerve. Probably you read it as via. Via means through the nerve. It's not VIA, it's via. Okay, via means through. It is not a name of any nerve. I'm going to go to Chennai via metro means I'm going to go to Chennai through metro. Via is just a word. Okay.
Okay.
Anyways, stimulus. So stimulus, what is the meaning of stimulus? Stimulus is anything or event that happens around you. Response is what you respond to this event. All right. So response to stimuli is another very important basis of being a living organism. So changes in your surrounding that makes us respond to them is called as a stimuli. You know that all living organisms and all living beings, we react to the changes that occurs in our surrounding. Okay, for example, during summer, you wear cotton clothes. You turn on your AC. So all these are responses you do because of the summer, that is the stimuli of the environment. All right. So this is the fourth one. I hope this response to stimuli is clear. Any doubts, anybody? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then we have excretion. Nobody told this, but you need definitely excretion is one important thing of a living organism, because you don't excrete, you will die. Okay, all the waste will start accumulating in your body. Excretion is very essential for every living organism. So all living organism obviously they take in food, and you know that not all the food is completely used. Only a part of it is being utilized. So what is this food that is not consumed called as?
Undigested food.
Very good. It's called undigested food. And undigested food is removed from our body in the form of excreta. Okay, excreta means waste, and the process of releasing excreta is called excretion. Okay, so our body also produces the waste like excreta or urea. All right, so living organisms, we get rid of this waste material by the process called excretion. All right. Then we have, okay, you guys, wait. If I zoom out like this, is the page visible for all of y'all?
Yes, ma'am.
Is every
Ma'am.
word visible?
Mom, it's kind of small.
Okay, 1 minute.
Ma'am, the habitat is not visible with it.
That's fine. That's understandable for all of y'all. Is all the word understandable now? Is it, or is it still small?
Mom, it's still small.
Ma'am, it's understandable.
Okay, give me a minute. Better?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right. So after excretion, we have reproduction. Obviously, if you don't reproduce, your generation is never going to follow up. It's the human race will die if we don't have reproduction, right? There will be no more humans left on the earth, or if there's no animal reproducing, we won't have that animal. It will become extinct, right? So all living organism, we give rise to new organisms. of our own kind, because I cannot give birth to a monkey, or I cannot give birth to a lion. I can give birth only to a human, right? So all living organism, we give rise to new organisms of the own kind. So organisms give birth to organisms of their own kind. Okay.
Ma'am, or the same breed.
Same breed. Okay, same breed. Yeah. Okay. All right. Fine. So the mode of reproduction, it varies for different organisms. One, they will lay eggs, or they will just give birth. The ones that just give birth are called as
Mammals.
mammals, right? Mammals don't lay eggs, right? So some animals, they reproduce through eggs, and some animals give birth to the young ones. So plants,
Ma'am,
that yes.
ma'am, kangaroo is an example of mammals. right?
Yes, kangaroo is an example of mammals. We are also examples of mammals. Okay, so because we also don't lay eggs, but other birds and anything, many birds, crocodiles, they all lay eggs, right? Amphibians and all. So some of the plants, that they reproduce with the help of seed. They produce seeds which germinate. So some plants, they also reproduce through other parts of their seed. Yes.
Ma'am, I have a doubt. Like
Yeah.
some fishes, they will lay eggs, but while they'll go leaving their eggs, some other fishes will come and eat their eggs. Why they'll do?
Yeah, they'll eat their eggs. They'll become the babies will become prey if not protected. Obviously, you need to
Okay, ma'am.
protect the baby. Yeah, they'll come and eat it. Okay. And also, guys, remember when I'm teaching, please avoid asking doubts. Okay. All right. Because I'm missing the topics, because when I'm teaching in between, if you're asking, the flow is getting cut off. Okay. Anyways, so reproduction. So if you're a mammal, means you'll give birth directly to the young ones. So these the plants, they give birth with the help of the seeds. But some of the plants, they don't give birth with the help of seeds. They give birth with the help of other parts of the, like for example, you're taking a plant. Okay, you're taking a plant. Now you're gonna cut this portion. Okay, you're cutting this portion apart, and you're gonna plant it somewhere here. Another soil, you're planting it. Okay, so somewhere else you're planting it. So this plant is not going to die. The first plant is not going to die. It's still going to grow into another plant, and this plant is still going to grow into another plant. So it's not necessary a plant needs to reproduce with the help of seeds. It can reproduce with the help of other parts of the plant, like a potato. It can reproduce with the bud, right? You've seen a potato, you've seen these black parts, right? Called the eye of the potato. So from that you can grow the plant. So there are different paths through which these plants can reproduce. All right, am I clear? All
Yes.
right. If there's any doubts, now all of you are free to ask. Please make note of it.
Okay, ma'am.
One minute. Also, once you're done, make note of the homework, and whoever I asked you to make note of the special homework, make note of it. And once you're done, you can leave the class. Hello. 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 சொல்லுடா. Just praying. Give me 2 minutes, so she'll finish. I'll call her back. Bye. பஜ்ஜி கேட்டியாமே என்ன கால் பண்ணோம் கால் என்ன காலிங் சைட் கொடுத்தா என்னடா என்ன
I'm done, Deepika.
Okay, Deepika, I hope you've taken note of the homework, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. You can leave that. Bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Yes, Advika.
ma'am, for the fifth one, excretion, after undigested food, what is the next word?
Excreta.
And the other word?
Urea.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, I'm done.
Okay, right, indeed. Noted the homework,
Bye.
right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye bye.
Ma'am, this is Advika. I am done.
Okay, Advika, you can leave.
Okay, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
Bye bye.
Ma'am, this is Sritej. I noted down the homework also. I'm done.
Okay, you can leave, Sridhar.
Bye.
Bye bye. Hello. Good evening, sir. Good evening. Sir, Tarakeshwaran's parents want me to take this lesson again because he just joined new. So, how do I like take it? Okay. Revision in the sense? Okay, so you want me to revise them? Okay, 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 fine, okay, fine. Okay, okay, sir. Just inform them. Okay, okay, sir. Thank you. Bye, sir. Bye, bye.
And this is Adrit. I'm done.
Okay, Advait. Ashwath and Tarakeshwaran, please be a little bit more quicker. Where are you guys writing? Ashwath?
Ma'am, I'm at sixth one.
Okay. Ashwath,
Yes, ma'am.
how much have you completed? How much have you completed, Ashwath? Please complete it quick.
Ma'am, I have network issue.
Okay, okay.
Ma'am, I took a screenshot.
No. Make note of it. Don't worry. Take time, but complete it fast. Okay, if you took screenshot, make note of it. You can leave.
Ma'am, I'm Tarakeshwaran and I'm finished.
Okay, you wrote down the homework also?
Ma'am, 1 minute, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, what is the homework?
On top, I've written no differentiate between adaptation and habitat. You have written no.
Ma'am, over, ma'am.
Okay, I believe.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye bye.
Ma'am, I'm finished, ma'am.
Okay, you can leave.
Ma'am, you don't have to teach me again, ma'am.
Okay, but your dad asked me that should be taught again. Anyways, you'll be having a separate revision program for the new joinees, so we will cover up the missed up portions by then. Okay. Okay, Tarakeshwaran. Okay, anyways, I'll see you next class.